I'm Commander Shepard, and you're listening to my favorite podcast on the Citadel, Raw Dogs, part of the Greenlit Podcast Network.
Welcome to the intro, everyone.
Welcome.
Lots of energy.
Yes. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Raw Dogs. We've been gone for the summer. Indie Games Month is done, and we played all of the fun indie games, and we're all suntanned friends right now, still hungover from the Bucks championship, I believe.
Bucks and six.
Bucks and six.
Bucks and six.
Bucks and six.
You can still yell that at anybody when you're driving by, and they'll still respond.
Yeah.
That part's true.
Yeah.
So I'm currently house sitting somebody who we house sit a lot for, and they have this like paper like list thing that you can tear away, and it has clearly been plastered there, and they haven't torn it off, but it says like Bucks and Six.
Really?
Yeah, and it's funny because it's like
Wild.
these two lesbian girls that we. So it's just great. I love the fact that this has never happened to our city, and
Clearly, we're a podcast based in Milwaukee. We are the Raw Dogs. We're a video games podcast that likes to do deep dives on some topics, lore dives, lore bukakis, retrospectives. We look at video games and we play them a little bit. My name is Brad. I am one of the hosts here. Across from me is a man looking a little hairier than usual.
I'm hairier. I need a haircut.
That
frankly.
summer beard.
My name's Dylan. Dylan Ace Hoff. Ace. That's my new like cool dude.
Okay.
Status thing.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm Ace. People call me Ace. Like pew pew, and I give them finger guns. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put him down. We don't want any trouble.
That's crazy.
this is
No, you get down.
Finger guns at the ready.
No, but we haven't recorded in a while. I'm very excited to be here.
We were at summer camp.
We were very much at summer
In
camp.
fact, the Dogcast, we're still out there, I think, maybe. Speaking of the Dogcast, the father of the Dogcast is seated over here tonight.
Hello, my sons. Welcome. Welcome.
Tell us a tale, Daddy.
Father, what happened in the before time?
There was fire one day. I rubbed two bunnies together. No. Hi, my name's Tom. I'm here as part of the Raw Dogs. Haven't podcasted in a while, so
Sick, dude.
I apologize if I
that's
stumble
good.
over my words even more.
We're even better for it.
But I'm honored to be here and talk about some one of the seminal years of gaming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Semen.
That's all I gotta
It's
say.
pronounced seminal.
Seminal.
I'm Dominic.
What's up, Dom?
Yeah,
Oh, you.
yeah. I'm good. I've been good. I've, just been enjoying summertime. I guess working hard.
Yeah.
RV living.
RV living. Yeah,
Hardly
playing,
work or hardly
playing some
working?
games, doing some good stuff.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just like
We
Tom,
better talk about it.
Excited about.
I just want to talk
talking
about your
about the
RV.
year 2007.
In the year
absolutely.
the silver age.
Special thanks to our Patreon producers, Brian Ward, Killer Kip, we got Rai, TK, and welcome to our newest Patreon supporter, Hey Gimli. We would all like to say, hey Gimli.
My
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us, Gimli, as well as Dom for supporting us. Thanks, Dom.
Yeah.
Dom. Hey, all right.
I wanted to go back
Putting
and
it-
listen to all the
Paying your dues.
Well, the Persona 5 stuff that we recorded, I haven't heard because I just realized that we did 3 episodes for that
Yep.
that
Two-
are
two-
locked
yeah.
by 2 Patreon. 2 of them are Patreon exclusive,
Yeah.
and one of them I was here recording and left because I didn't want to hear the end of it.
Oh, and you had to
So
hear the
now
end.
I have heard it.
That's how we.
Oh.
That's how
and
we
you
got you.
guys. And myself
That's right.
included, even because you locked me in your living room
Hey,
to play
nothing
Astrobot.
like letting
But
the help pay for the.
we were
the
most
product.
certainly were talking for a while because you can tell by that 3rd episode that we are all very drunk.
Well,
It was a Christmas special, you know.
You'll be happy to
was a
know
lot
that
of
I've
fun.
only ever thought of you as the help, Tom.
Thank you.
And
kidding.
our topic today is the year 2007. We're talking about a golden year of gaming.
What a year.
2007 is one of those big years. We did one of these before back with 1997
Yes, we did on the regular Dogcast.
when we were younger, a little younger.
Before
So
the
much younger.
pandemic.
So before 2007, the Wii and the PlayStation 3 both released November of 2006. The 360 was released a year before that in 05. Blockbuster was still doing fine. MySpace was still relevant.
It was.
The best-selling games of 2006 were Madden 07, New Super Mario Brothers, Gears of War, and Kingdom Hearts 2. That's kind of the landscape there.
Holy moly.
I just kind of want to start off. Where was everybody at in 2007? What was going on in your lives?
For me, I was working at Piggly Wiggly in the meat department, and they didn't like me. It was fine.
Were you a sophomore in high school?
I started at the end of my sophomore year, so I got to Piggly Wiggly, and during that summer I got the job, and I kept it throughout the rest of my high school experience, pretty much. And all I remember is there were a few days where I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just not doing any of this anymore. And I said, I'm calling in sick. I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I'm sick. And I remember it's the day that Lost Odyssey came out. I drove in my Chevy Cavalier 1998
Whoa. I had a Cavalier.
to an EB Games to pick up Lost Odyssey
Yeah.
when I was supposed to be at home sick.
Jesus.
And I picked it up and I played the goddamn game that entire rest of the day. That might be 17-year-old Dylan in a nutshell.
And 14 years later, we still want to call into work.
Yeah. And I still haven't
14
played
years
Lost
later,
Odyssey.
I'll still lie to just stay at home and play video games sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
How about you, Dom?
I was a freshman or sophomore in college down in Las Cruces, New Mexico State. Go Aggies, pew pew pew. This was, I've told this story on the podcast before, but this was the year where Uncharted came out, correct?
Yes.
And I would, two games that came out this year, actually, I think.
And we're going to talk about
And we'll be
just
getting
those
into
two.
it.
probably, but
Just those two.
Uncharted came out, and I would be playing that, and we would throw parties, and everyone would come over to our, because it was like a brand new apartment building, so they'd all come over. We'd throw these huge ragers, and then people would sit there and watch me play Uncharted and be like, what movie is this? Right?
Did they really?
People
I'm sorry, there
people
were
legitimately
commercials?
and there were commercials, and those commercials were really funny because that situation happened to me.
Okay,
But-
so are the people you hung out with were dipshits?
No, I mean, this year, games did take a big
They
step in quality.
They did, but I gotta be honest with you. Still, like even when the third one came out and they made Harrison Ford,
Maybe they think it was an
play it.
animated movie. Regardless, it looked like it could have been an animated film. I don't know. I remember seeing Assassin's Creed this year.
yeah, but you know what a HUD looks like. Everyone knows.
One of my
everyone does.
friends that did know what
Yeah.
it was would go, "Nah, this is a video game," and then people would be like, "Oh, this is a video game? Do you have Rock Band?" And I'm like, "Yup." And
Just wait till November.
I would pull my
Right.
I would pull my like drum kit out of the closet
Sure.
and be like, "Let's do it." And
All right, I guess that's what we're
I'm
doing
pretty
now.
sure both of those games came out in 2007. That's the kind of year
Yeah, it
we are
was.
about to get our hands on.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely, dude.
How about you, Tom?
Yeah, 2007 was a seminal year in Tom's life for sure.
Seminal.
Definitely one of the big ones. It was the year a lot of things happened in a short period of time. So it's the year I graduated college. UWM, go Panthers! I think we have a basketball team. I'm not sure. Yeah,
We're the finger guns today. People can't see, but we are doing a lot of them.
Yeah.
it is the year that
Panthers.
I kind of joined my first band and started, playing music.
What was your first band's
Your
name?
first band was this year too?
Yeah,
Damn,
What was
Wait,
the name? Yeah.
It was Lil Spoon.
it was Monkey Do.
It was a rap group called Lil Spoon.
Yeah,
So like monkey shit was the name of your.
No, Monkey Do.
Monkey Do.
Yeah,
but
not
what is
Monkey
DU. So got my first like corporate job. Started traveling for work for the first time. So I was constantly traveling to Best Buy every fucking week, and right when I graduated college, I also lost my dad at the same time. And I remember when I was playing God of War 2, and we talked
Oh
about
my
this.
God! Yes, yeah.
Talked about this before
was
in the
gonna
podcast that every time I play a God of War game,
Someone dies.
Knock on wood. Yeah.
Dude, next year is going to be awful.
Somebody
for you.
dies. Yeah.
Just don't play it. Maybe watch it on
Oh
YouTube.
yeah, I remember you saying that the other day.
Yeah. I got off scot-free, I think, 2018. But I feel like some celebrity died while I was playing it. So,
your
wow,
dad
what a
down?
downer. But anyways, yes, 2007,
Okay.
outside of that, was one of the highlight years of my life.
Yeah.
On all the games. I played all the games.
So it was a highlight year of your life.
It was, yeah. I mean,
Just in video games or just in general? Like
in general.
Like, okay, cool.
In general, including video games.
That's cool.
Because I do remember 2007 being
Graduation,
a fucking banger year.
big job, new band.
Had money to fucking buy all the games. Not a lot of time
Weren't-
to
you
play,
didn't-
but I still found fucking time.
Yeah,
somehow.
I got lucky with having like a full ride, and so the job that I did have, just like slanging Thai food at a Thai restaurant, aka I was a waiter there. But
Yeah.
all that money just went to video games because I had nothing to pay for.
Well, I personally was graduating high school. I spent the summer working at a resort in Brainerd, Minnesota. I was living on the resort and serving there. And then I went for my first semester of college at SDSU. Go Jackrabbits! Pew 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 pew. I didn't get a single credit. I was stoned the entire semester.
Awesome.
Had a great time.
Is this when you used to hide cereal in your closet?
That was my early 20s. Found it later. Yeah, but games were a big part of that year for me. Kip said he was a freshman in his year of college. Kip from the Discord. Freshman year of college, was so pumped for his brand new PS3, even though Resistance really should have been the obvious choice. His first game was Sonic
it
the
was.
Hedgehog 06.
I think I bundled mine and got Resistance
Yeah.
with a bundle.
Wow.
I mean, Resistance became dirt cheap pretty quick,
Yeah.
from what I understand.
And-
That Casino Royale Blu-ray that came with it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ryan says his gaming consoles at the time were the 360 and a PSP. Pretty sure there was a strong correlation between him going through an academic probation his freshman year of undergrad and the release of Assassin's Creed, Bioshock, Halo 3, and Modern Warfare.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so with that, let's kind of just go month by month, and if there's... Let's
do it.
Yeah.
Most of the games are in the back, but
They are.
January 5th, of course, Two Girls, One Cup rocks the internet. That was...
Wow.
We're gonna touch a
debut?
little bit
By
on
the way-
memes,
by the
music,
way-
and movies as
Okay,
well.
this is great.
But
No,
yeah,
I have a lot to say about this.
Still
And
have never seen it. This is
surprisingly.
never seen it
I
myself.
don't want to, but I have seen Cake Farts, and I know that came around.
I've seen
around
Cake
the same
Well,
Farts.
cake
Yeah.
farts is different. Now, Two Girls, One Cup, what you have to understand is that it is staged.
Makes sense.
it was his girlfriend in the video.
I prefer cake farts if we're really going to put this out there.
absolutely.
Speaking of
'Cause she's
cake
like,
farts,
you know what I like? Cake farts. And then she just farts on a cake. It's great.
sounds like a great mini game that might be in WarioWare's Smooth Moves, which was also involved in January. I mean,
Yeah.
World of Warcraft had the Burning Crusade expansion. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney came to the Nintendo DS.
Burning Crusade was big because it was that big first expansion for World of Warcraft. And I think people were at this time were starving for anything World of Warcraft wise.
I imagine my brother was all about this expansion when it came
Judge?
out.
Yeah, absolutely. I bet he would
Yeah.
be.
Yeah. I was not.
I didn't care. I was
Same here.
Yeah, I didn't have a PC.
I was too
so
busy laying track, if you know what I mean, guys. You know?
you worked on a railroad?
Is that what you were working on the railroad all the live long day? Peep 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 peep.
Exactly. No, but I World of Warcraft was still big at this time. This was 3 years after its release, though,
Yep.
from what I understand. And when this released, it was huge. People were fucking gaga over it.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember people playing a World of Warcraft on their laptops when I was in college, right around this time. WarioWare Smooth Move, only WarioWare game I ever played.
Really?
And
Touched
I
is very
liked it.
good. Touched on the DS is
I heard that was
fantastic.
very good, yeah.
And so is the original one as well. The WarioWare series is fantastic. I can't wait for the new one. I want to play it with you guys big time.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, one of the few games I actually bought for my Wii. And I
shit.
still have it, yeah.
Yeah, and it's one of the ones worth keeping because truly I think that is one of the best party games ever created.
I agree.
Is this the first Phoenix Wright game, Ace Attorney for the Nintendo DS?
It is.
It is, yeah. But
It is, but it's based. So in Japan, it was a Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah.
And they ported it here as a Nintendo DS game.
Right. Similar to what they just did to what is the complete
The Ace, not the Ace Attorney, the Great Detective.
The Great Mouse Detective?
whatever the new one
Yeah,
is.
that they announced that.
They just
Oh,
released it.
his name
His name is Herlock Sholmes, and I'm not actually kidding about that.
Chronicles.
Oh no.
That's what it's called.
The Ace
yeah.
Attorney Chronicles. There we go.
Kind of like
Yes.
the Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah, which I'm probably going to go in on.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
It's fine. I mean, they're supposed to be very good as well, but I still like Ace.
So how far into January are we right now? There's already 5 good games that have come out.
I mean, that's most of the highlights. I just read the whole month's worth right there.
damn, that's already a good year.
Yeah, we should
that's a
just
great
stop
year.
the episode. This is part 1.
All right, we're done.
Join us next week for February.
February of 07.
You can get 12 of the
February
fucking
what
episodes
now?
out of this.
Well, February, Barack Obama announces his candidacy for president.
Wow.
That was the only big news I could
I
find.
like WarioWare.
WarioWare
Horrible.
gives me hope.
Horrible impression. Sorry. It was horrible. I'm sorry,
was gonna
guys.
join
Let
it,
me
then
be
I-
clear. Wario has bad gas.
No.
See, I can't do it either.
Be clear.
Garlic is pretty good.
That was it.
Not bad. Yeah.
February was not much of a gaming month. We had Diddy Kong Racing DS and Final Fantasy IV Advance came out.
It's a good port.
Sonic and the
Underrated.
Secret Rings came out for the Wii. Peggle hit Xbox Live Advance.
Fuck. Okay, first
I've
question.
sunk some time into some Peggle. Peggle
Okay,
2.
that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
So, has everyone here played Peggle?
Yes.
Probably is that it's the bubble shooter game, right?
It kind of it's
It's like
the
Pachinko.
It's
Ish.
Euphoria
it's Breakout.
Unicorn
It's more
Ecstasy
Breakout.
game.
Yeah. It's more Breakout than anything,
Get it? Yeah.
but with more physics engine.
PopCap.
And you're firing from the top usually. That intrigues me because I had never played Peggle until last year, and I do like the game.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Is it on Game
If
Pass?
you want to zone out,
It is on Game
I
Pass.
remember they announced Peggle 2 like it was a big announcement at a gaming convention. Everyone's like, okay.
yeah. it was a bit of a thing. I played the shit out of it, and it's one of my love partner's favorite games when she comes over. So
Matt?
yeah,
I can only
think
imagine.
Matt. Yeah, we should ask him.
Your love partner is it the unicorn from Peggle?
Wait, were you
I
were-
like the dude,
But you weren't
the
with-
troll that's based off of Big Lebowski.
the Jeff Bridges one.
That Big Lebowski. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one and only.
Is there another one? Is there like a Spanish version?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out if we play the same
Grande.
game.
Lebowski Grande.
Yeah.
March 14th, going into March here, Microsoft announces Games for Windows Live, a version of Xbox Live for Windows. On the 27th, they announced the Xbox 360 Elite, which is going to be the newer version of the console. The revision comes with a bigger hard drive and the ability to output HDMI, which I didn't realize. Looking back, I didn't realize the original Xbox 360 didn't come with HDMI.
Yeah.
The core didn't have HDMI.
Yeah.
No.
Damn.
Yeah. I had to upgrade because this is also the year I got a plasma TV. And I had to buy they had like an arcade version of the Xbox 360 that came out in the fall. And it just came with the console, no hard drive, and like Pac-Man download or something. But it had the HDMI port. So
Absolutely.
I had to get that. And I think I still have that. It might be one of my only last functioning Xbox 360s. Everyone red ringed except for this one.
It seems like the main system actually did function a lot less than the core because I don't know what it was and what the production was like, but the main problem.
Well, they were all the
with
same. It was just like, did it come with the hard drive and a wireless controller?
But that's what I'm
you know?
saying. Like there seemed to be something a little bit different because it was literally just one connection that created the red ring. It was like one minor little thing that actually created a separation between.
Good Lord, the red ring. I think I went through
Oh
2
my
or
God.
3 original 360s.
Really?
It was,
I suffered from it.
unacceptable.
I went through
Did you
4.
know the fix?
Send it in.
Oh no,
The towel.
Yeah, and it worked every time because it's basically just the solder.
It's the solder
Just
connection.
remelt
yeah,
the
yeah,
solder and it fixes itself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I never tried it.
But would that void a warranty?
No, it wouldn't.
Because you're not taking it apart. So
Once you break, there's a sticker seal that I believe it had, and once you break that sticker seal, it's done. It's the same thing with the PlayStation 3 and a lot of other things, but once you break that sticker seal, it's the warranty is obviously voided. But what you said, the towel, the moist towel, it worked. Mm-hmm. It worked pretty well too.
How did I
did
never
it
hear about this?
I don't know.
Oh,
I did
really?
it.
Yeah.
Well,
You weren't watching G4.
I had. Yeah,
No,
I
we
had-
didn't get it in South Dakota.
I had my 360 in China, and I brought it in. And I was like, "This thing's broken," and they're like, "Oh, you just wrap it in a towel." And I'm like,
And you're like, "Fuck you."
Free towels. Yeah.
I was like, "I'm sorry, my Chinese isn't that good. I'm sorry, I don't know if I heard what you said. Wrap it in a towel," and they're like, "Yeah, you just wrap it in a towel." And they explained it to me. There's like a really shitty piece of like the things are too close together, and when you melt it, it like they come
Yeah.
apart.
Okay.
So it yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Nintendo with the 64 had to like send out a glove because of Mario Party.
was just thinking
I think
the
what
same
if
thing.
what if 360 like send out
Yep.
Xbox towels to everybody?
Right.
Yep, I was just thinking
Well,
the same thing.
yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, like I remember figuring that out later. My Xbox 360 red ringed after 4 months of owning it. I think
it was
fucking.
I think I
pissed.
was around the same for that too, but
If this had happened today, mark my words, there would be so many class action lawsuits ready to lob the heads off of Microsoft that they would never recover.
When my PlayStation 5 didn't work, I used the words class action lawsuit when I was on the phone. They're like, "We'll help you very fast."
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry for keeping you waiting, Mr. Ward.
sorry, hold on
Right.
1 second. I'm gonna grab my manager real quick and I'll be right back.
The manager's like, "I'm going to find my manager real quick too."
10 seconds
You hear the
later.
doorbell ring as you're on the phone. Like, here's your newest PS5, sir.
Well, that is supposed to be how consumerism works, and if you make a product,
It's supposed to
should
work, yeah.
fucking work. It's the same way with the Joy-Con drift. Now, if you literally just call Nintendo up and you say, "Hey, my analog sticks are drifting," they're just like, just send them in.
Just wrap it in a towel.
Just please, just send them in.
put a towel on it.
Put it in a towel, please.
Don't forget to bring your towel.
Don't forget to bring a towel. Oh man, I'm so high right now, man.
And I was high that year.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely you were.
But yeah, February, a little on the light side.
Yeah.
Some console. news.
Pretty much.
March had some good, a couple of good things though. Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, Wario Master of Disguise. We have Ratchet
never-
and Clank Size Matters, God of War 2, and the expansion for Elder Scrolls 4 Shivering Isles all came out in March.
Shivering Isles is very good.
Is this the
Yes.
Sheogorath.
Yeah, it was great. The
Is this-
Wabberjack.
Shigoroth.
Shigoroth.
is this the last Ratchet and Clank game that has a double innuendo?
No, they all do technically.
Even the like
Up your
future
arsenal?
games?
Keep going through them.
I-
Literally, we could.
The one that's just called Pie Fucker.
I mean, there's
That
one.
one's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Drift Apart.
No, talking about butt cheeks.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Probably. I mean,
Yeah, that's what they're talking about with Rift Apart.
what about Ratchet and Clank?
The first one?
Yeah.
I don't think they thought about it then.
Don't. No, it's a German porn term, actually.
Oh, sure.
It's how they say two girls, one cup in German.
Honestly,
Yeah.
there's one called.
It's like
Wait,
Ratchet
rubber
and
balls and
Clank.
liquor.
there's
Ratchet
one
and Clank.
called Tools of Destruction. I don't know what that's.
That's Hooper's
I
basement.
think that one does that one come out later this year? Tools
there-
of
there's-
Destruction?
there
'Cause
is
there's a
another-
couple that come out this year.
There's another one that came out for a portable system later this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Clank, like the Clank one.
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll get there, obviously.
Anyways, yeah, God of War 2. That
gotten-
was a solid God of War game. I didn't think it was as great as everyone thought it was.
I don't think the first one was any good. I will say
don't know.
this.
I think
I played it at the time too, and I still didn't think it was good.
The
I think the
gameplay-
second one made more sense.
The gameplay might be overrated, but I think the world design and just the character was really cool, and it was perfect for the PS2 generation of gamers.
They pushed the shit out of the PS2. I'll give them that much. For the
that game should
for
not
God
have
of War
come
2.
out on the PS2. Like
Right,
for how
yeah.
good it looked, it actually looked very good.
Yeah, I mean, I had all these next gen systems, and that was the game I was playing.
Yeah.
At the time.
I mean,
So.
Who died?
This is my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
The scale of some of the enemies, like the Greek mythology, and the puzzle solving elements were what worked for me the most in God of War 2. The game, like the combat is fucking standard. You know, smack X a bunch, maybe square. Like that's most of the combat.
There was this is the
Give me the
we
quick
do
time
have to
events.
say that this was the era where the start of like button press action, like
With the QTEs?
QTEs. Thank you.
Yeah.
QuickTime events. This is the era where this got so popular and it pervaded everything.
We're finally getting out of it now. It took a long time.
Well, I'm even playing Yakuza 7 and there are some QuickTime events.
But at least in God of War, one of the QuickTime events was like sex moves.
No, actually, it was literally everything.
It was the whole game.
It was the game in general.
Yeah.
Which at the time
God of War
didn't
3
feel
gets
so
crazy,
bad.
yeah.
God of War 3 is egregious with it.
Yeah.
At least in God of War 2, what they had was a solid framework of it almost being a Devil May Cry game. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I saw it. So I mean,
Well, it killed my dad, so fuck that game, really.
well,
game. Kratos.
Yes.
blame-
Ares!
Tom of War. You're going to go
Tom
after
of-
Kratos.
That's all right.
I'm literally going to draw that.
I like that. April, on April 11th, Sony announces they are discontinuing the 20 gigabyte PlayStation 3, leaving only the 60 gigabyte available for purchase.
Fatty.
And Hot Fuzz lands in theaters this month on 420. Go
just
figure.
I almost bought Hot Fuzz tonight.
Yeah, there's a nice 4K set for $20 with
was
all
the
three
one.
that I picked
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, but yes, Guitar Hero 2, Super Paper Mario, and Pokemon Diamond and Pearl this month. So this was a pretty big month.
It was a big month for Dylan, I guess.
I was playing the shit out of Guitar Hero.
Oh hell yeah!
Well, Guitar Hero 2 came out.
That would have been 2007 because
3
Guitar
came
Hero.
out.
No, Guitar
three-
Hero 1 was 2007.
Three followed very closely.
3 came out in the fall of 07.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 and 3 came out the same year because they're like new songs,
Are you sure?
$60.
PS2. 2 came out the following year.
But it was all the
This
systems.
was
For 360 it came
Xbox
out.
360.
Okay,
was
yeah, that's
April
where it came with the
3rd.
white guitar. That was
Yes.
a port from the last gen versions.
Yes.
Yep.
Super Paper Mario for the Wii.
It's a cool guitar.
It's not good.
Yeah, I don't.
Never played it.
I didn't like it.
If you are just listening and this is your first episode, go back and listen to our Mario RPG episode. We have thoughts about that game. It's not great. I personally didn't. I liked it at the time, I think, but there are things in that game that just like, why are you doing this?
I don't know. They dumbed things down quite a bit, and honestly, this is coming off of Thousand Year Door, which was
Really
amazing.
good. Yeah.
One of the best RPGs that
Has graced the Nintendo console,
yeah,
For sure.
Well, especially that.
especially that. Pokemon Diamond Pearl. I was not in the Pokemon scene at this point, but
I grew out of it, I think.
I never grew out of it.
And that's fine. That's
No,
fine.
it's
You don't
good.
need
No, yeah.
to.
Yeah.
My
I never
brother
will.
and I, when we were in California a couple weeks ago, he had his birthday on the 16th when the Joy-Cons came out, the Zelda Joy-Cons. So we drove like 30 minutes to Oceanside because they had a pair and they put them aside for me. And while we were there, he was like, "Can I come with you?" Dude's still into Pokemon cards.
I mean,
Wow.
the cards.
Yeah. That's
The
dangerous
cards
these
are
days.
the cards are more popular.
I mean,
than-
he got like, so it was his birthday, so I bought them for him because I was like, "I'll come with me. I'll buy some shit for you."
It's really nice. Really nice.
He got like a bunch of like holographic cards.
Yeah.
But he, like, when we were opening them, he was like, "Okay, so what you got to do? You got to flip them upside down. You got to take off the top four.
Yep, and then you put
gotta
those under.
and then you flip them over. That way, the best card is on the back." And I was like,
me and my buddy have done this.
like, okay.
There was a point.
That's psychotic.
like,
no,
exactly.
Interesting.
There was a
It
point.
doesn't
in-
matter
What's wrong
to
with
me.
you people?
There was a point in my mid-20s where me and my buddy Addy we were hungover on the weekends, like, let's go buy Pokemon cards. So we'd just go have brunch and go to Target and get like 3 packs, and it was just
Yeah.
fun for us doing that. And we'd do that. We'd flip the thing over.
Now,
3
have I?
cards.
So why did
have
you do
I
that
been
again?
collect? No, now hold on.
Why did you flip move the cards around?
Yeah.
So because every like pack
Every-
of cards, the holographic will be like third from the back.
Okay.
So if you like move them around before you look at them, you can make sure your rare card, because you get 1 rare card per pack, and it'll be at the very back when you look through them.
Oh.
It's like the surprise.
rarest
Gotcha,
or the
okay.
best card in
Save
that
the best
deck
for last.
is exactly.
And it's like a non-holographic
But when you-
Nita King. You're like,
when
God
you do
damn
it that way, you also when it
fine.
flips over, that card is your energy card, so that it like blocks everything from you being able to see something. So when you flip
Yeah.
it, you're not like, oh, Charmander.
Okay.
It like starts out with an
It
energy
still
card.
doesn't make any sense though.
I don't know.
Like,
That's
why
what
care?
card collectors,
whatever.
man.
I know, man. They've got,
it was
like,
it was
a
fun
whole-
for me because I know we just had that situation where the guy like got assaulted in the parking lot, so we can't even get Pokemon cards at our Targets here.
Right. We ruined it for
So-
everybody. Hashtag Wisconsin.
So anyway, it was fun. He was like, "I'm gonna get Pokemon
Hashtag
cards." It's like,
I'd
cool.
like to see is there a video of the guys fighting over Pokemon cards?
It's-
I would
it's-
love to
it's
watch
the,
that.
No, it's
No,
it,
he
it
literally
exists.
pulls
It's
Yeah.
the Brookfield.
There's got to be a parking lot
Target.
video.
I'm
or something.
sure there is, but like, dude pulls a gun out and starts shooting at him
Because of
Like,
a
I don't know-
Pokemon card?
Yeah. Well, they tried
did,
to beat
yeah.
the fuck out of him because he bought them all.
It was in Brookfield. That's the one that gained national attention.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, what happened in April, Brad?
But I played Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
It was a good Pokemon game.
So is that like a tribute to Prince? The Diamonds and Pearls?
no?
There is a Prince-themed
game.
Pokemon, though.
It was the
Is
first.
there?
It was the
Okay.
first DS Pokemon game.
I'm not even kidding. I'm asking. Like, maybe
Not
they
the
did.
best DS Pokemon game. That goes to black and white, as far as I'm concerned.
Hot take here.
I might actually.
Honestly, it will be.
So I haven't played Sword and Shield. You've told me it's very good.
It's fine.
I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I kind of want to dive into this remake that's coming out of Diamond and Pearl.
So
I don't know.
I
why
think it
either.
looks pretty good.
It's
depends
what's
on
it
what you
called?
want
Like
out of
Dust and Diamond and something Pearl?
Mini.
Brilliant Diamond and Gleaming Pearl, or something like that.
I prefer if it was Dust and Diamond. I don't know.
I'm not going to play them
R.I.P.
because I've
R.I.P.
actually lost heart with the Pokemon Company recently. I don't trust them anymore to give, like, even when I was too old for it, they were still giving me an experience. Now, I don't care. Like, what are you actually providing for me? Like,
I might put some sad music over that little
you
spot.
must.
Sad violin.
And then
What have you given to me, Pokemon?
But where does Charmander go when he goes in the ball?
Have they ever showed the inside of the ball on the
Yeah,
show?
they have, yeah.
We probably talked about that on episode 1.
We did actually.
yeah, it's a prison.
It's
Yeah.
With a pillow.
It's like
apparently
the
it's a
HBO series.
No,
Oz.
what I learned.
It's the Velvet Room from
No, hold
Persona
on.
5.
Pokemon is the new black.
Yes.
what I learned it's
Diamond is the
basically
new
a
black.
cyberspace where they put the monsters, they digitize them when they go into the ball. That's how
so
it
it's like
works.
Space Jam 2.
Yeah, a new legacy.
So LeBron's like a Pokemon.
pretty much, yeah.
The Pokebron.
I mean, did you see the people he fought against in that or played against?
Yeah.
They
lot
were
of
basically Pokemon.
I just love the spectators are all just Halloween costume wearing idiots. Space Jam 2. Go check it out.
Especially Mr. Freeze. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the
And his robes.
I don't think so.
the It Clown was the worst thing.
Oh my, you're fucking.
No, it's there.
Oh my.
Have you seen it?
I did
No.
like the Mad Max section. That was fun.
With Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner?
Yeah, that was fine.
That does sound fun.
Yeah.
It's not, but
No.
it looked and it was actually the best.
Still a hard pass for me,
integration.
guys.
Yeah.
You can tell the animators actually cared about that part because they're like, finally, we get to fucking do
Yeah,
something.
when you messaged the Discord and said the part where Porky Pig starts rapping, I wanted to kill myself, and I went,
I literally said I wanted to put a gun in my mouth.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
and I was
too.
like, oh, okay, yeah, I won't check it out.
Speaking of cringy films, in May, Spider-Man 3 swings into theaters.
Oh, that's a banger.
Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the video game probably came out then too, right?
Yeah, around then.
Yeah.
They
I mean,
always came out like a week before, and you were able to somehow watch the movie before the movie even came out. I remember that happened with Spider-Man 2.
I don't think it happened with this though.
But the PlayStation 3, do not forget that the Spider-Man font was used for the PlayStation 3. Sony was so
yeah.
invested in Spider-Man
They
at
must
this
have
point.
paid a lot for that font.
That was Ken Kutaragi. He was like, we need to use this font. I'm like, okay.
Green Goblin.
Not sure. Yeah. Like Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer. Yeah, Spider-Man came out. Games for Windows Live launches this month. Charlie bites a finger on May 22nd.
Oh yes.
That's what-
Ouch,
Charlie bit my finger.
That
really hurt.
That really hurt, Charlie.
Oh my god. What a year.
Yeah, what a year. This was a big year for memes and YouTube. There was
when it
like
kind of
fuck.
started.
Well,
yeah.
YouTube was only created the year before this. Otherwise, you had to deal with like Google Video or a lot of like side horse shit. Now, this is the year that it all became ubiquitous. Like everyone was on the same thing finally.
Yeah, it broke through.
YouTube created Valentine's Day 2005. Good to know. That's when it was founded. Probably launched later, but
Yeah.
yeah. So YouTube was very young. As far as
I
games,
thought it
from
was created in 2006.
2005 was when it was
05.
founded.
Yeah. I didn't know it was Valentine's
Founded.
Day.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
May has only 2 games I thought worth mentioning. The bangers that are Mario Party 8 and Mortal Kombat Armageddon, arguably the worst Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I played none of those.
For sure, Mario Party 8 was played a lot in my house on this particular year, for sure.
Was this the first one for the Wii?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one and only.
So yeah, I mean at least
Yeah.
it's
I thought
fun with
there
the
were
new
two-
functionality.
I thought there were 2 for the Wii.
No, I think 9 was for the Wii U, which
How in the
sucked. And then 10 is out now, right?
No, Super Mario Party is maybe 11 or
So
12.
GameCube had 3 Mario Party games.
Yeah,
Did
it
they?
did.
Interesting. Because 4 is the one that I had on there.
For the GameCube?
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe 4 of them.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. And Mortal Kombat Armageddon, a low point in the Mortal Kombat franchise. I don't think anyone would argue against that.
We tried.
Yeah.
We talked about it. I don't understand the story still.
Yeah. This. Oh man.
Just wait till the new games cover those plot points.
They haven't really done much with those characters that they introduce in the new trilogy yet.
Neither will they.
Yeah. Not much going on there.
Yep.
June. On the 1st of June, Dropbox is founded by MIT students.
Yes.
Sopranos releases its final episode.
Yes.
Rihanna brings her umbrella. There's actually a lot this month. Keyboard Cat makes its musical debut.
Bum, 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 bum.
Still never gets old.
Nope.
It's pretty funny.
That was my first like YouTube video that I remember just like falling in love with. I had a shirt. Still had the shirt.
Look at this fucker. Check this shit out.
How is he doing that?
And they'd have like that. They'd have him like play off other videos. Like there was one with Walker Texas Ranger.
And how you doing, little partner?
Fine. And it's little visitor now. Attaboyoli's how you say it in Cherokee.
Oh, well, pardon my French, but I'll be damned.
Walker told me I had AIDS.
That was my favorite, meme like video until Bed Intruder in 2009 or whatever that came out.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was watching so much horse shit on the internet. Like I was still in E-Bombs world territory, like G.I. Joe. Like
Yes.
all
Give him the
those
stick.
videos.
Yeah.
Oh my god, did you smell those fucking pork chop sandwiches? Oh my god, they smell so good.
Give him the stick. Don't give him the stick. Oh.
Look at all
that
your
shit.
different colored hats. I still do that all the time. I'm like, look at all your different colored hats.
Yeah. Whenever my girlfriend wants to buy like pork chops at the store.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Yeah, I'm like, pork chop sandwiches. Oh my god, do you smell those? And she's like, what the
God,
fuck are you
get the
talking
fuck
about?
out of here.
Get out! What the fuck are you
out.
still doing in here? Go!
That's great. I love it.
If you don't know what we're talking about, just
Yep.
just Google it.
And if you haven't watched The Sopranos, do it. I just finished a rewatch about a month ago. And
Final
Say it
episode.
like
fantastic.
Say it like an Italian.
Well, but the
You
final
gotta watch The Sopranos.
episode was very contentious too.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have.
It was a
Controversial.
non-ending, which I think was a good ending.
Yep. Going back, I'm like, I really
Yeah.
like the ending. Kind of knowing what was coming and
Just knowing that there's always danger around the corner is the way it should be for that family.
yeah. Plus,
Did you
know,
decide to rewatch it because of the new movie that's coming out?
Not actually, not really, because I hadn't seen.
They're doing a young Sheldon version of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We'll
It's
see
an
how that-
origin story, which we all love.
Yeah, we'll see how
If it's
it goes,
not related
but-
to the Big Bang Theory, I'm.
But
just
honestly, yeah, I recommend doing it because I hadn't watched it since it came out, and we used to have like Soprano parties and stuff. And, but I hadn't seen it in the era of, hey, I'm going to binge watch the entire thing back to back because when you watch it early on, you had to wait like years between seasons sometimes, and you just forget like who's who and whatnot. But yeah, fantastic. Do it.
I like
best show.
Bob Barker airs his last episode this month, and The Price is Right. 6,727 times hosting.
God damn.
Icky Thump.
6,000?
6,700 times. Yeah.
Damn, I don't think I've done anything that much.
Besides masturbate.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I stopped.
Yes. He was listening to the White Stripes.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
the year previous.
Icky Hump.
Icky Thump.
Yeah, Icky Thump blows everyone away. Dramatic Chipmunk. And this month, Apple releases the first iPhone.
Whoa.
Yeah, the very first iPhone came out
Where you
this
could
month.
download a lightsaber app, and it would blew people away.
Well, someone took the iPod and someone took a phone, and they said, "No, Kith." And they made it and made the iPhone.
Now scissor and
did.
baby it.
I did.
Yeah, and kind of a big deal. I mean, MP3 players are a thing of the past now.
Yeah, so are Blackberries. Yeah, I think fucking took over the business world for sure. Everybody started getting them where I worked. And I'm like, no, I'll hold off.
Never go there.
You have one now?
I'm not a first generation usually, like when it comes to like tech
How's your
like
new
that.
BlackBerry?
Yeah, I wait a couple
I don't
iterations.
think I got an iPhone until like 3 or 4 came out.
3
Yeah,
was mine.
I think my first one might have been 6.
3GS.
I didn't get
Probably, yeah.
I didn't get a smartphone until 2016. I waited that long.
Okay, Mom. All right.
Exactly.
Good for you.
I am your mom.
Yeah.
Worship me.
Whoa.
He could message people.
That
on his
doctor
DS.
did some good work.
Thank you. I did
Hormone
right by you.
treatments. Okay.
Not much for games in June. Resident Evil 4 came to the Wii. Pokemon Battle Revolution as well.
Best version of the Wii. Resident
And
Evil.
Nintendo announces WiiWare will be a thing, which that's
Yeah.
kind of exciting.
It was.
Which was this?
WiiWare,
WiiWare?
just
Yeah.
the whole like store thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was its own shop with exclusive content.
Okay.
And that ended up being actually very important for the Wii because there was a lot of things on there that you couldn't find anywhere else, literally.
I have the Metroid trilogy on my Wii through that. I guess.
No, that's through their eShop, but there were games specifically that you could only get through WiiWare, and still some that you can still only get through WiiWare. There was one that they released. It's a Boy and His Blob remake. They released it eventually for the PlayStation 4, but for a while, this was just a game you could get digitally on the Wii in 2008. Which people were not putting their credit card information online the same way.
Yeah, I think I was probably still dealing a lot physically.
Yeah.
So I probably this probably was just like whatever to me.
Yeah.
I think my
Well, I
credit
mean,
cards
if a game came
everywhere
out,
these
yeah.
days.
Yeah, and this was the start of kind of people getting used to downloading games to their console. The PC had done it, since Steam and and demos for years and years, but the console space did not have that concept until around this time, and then especially 2008 when you had like the Xbox Live Arcade, those games.
Yeah. Because, this was year. There's a lot of Xbox Live Arcade games coming out, too.
Yep.
And can't be understated, the iPhone coming out, that is a gaming console for many people.
Essentially.
Mobile gaming is picking up as well. I remember,
You check your stocks.
you check your stocks, you do everything on there. A little computer in
ultimate
your
game.
pocket.
Greed is good, Dylan.
I love Greed. I love everything about it.
And on that note, we're going to
Chucklery.
go grab a couple more beers, take a quick break here for some of the other amazing sponsors from the Greenlit
We made it
Podcast
halfway through
Network.
2007.
The last half of this year, I warn you, is fucking
Get ready for 3 hours of a good time.
Fucking packed.
I'm going to give you one hint. Shia LaBeouf. We'll be right back.
This is Snake.
Hey Snake, it's Sam.
Who are you?
Sam, from the brand new PlayStation podcast, Polygon Symphonies.
Is that so?
Yeah, it's a podcast that's exploring the PlayStation library.
Impossible.
Well, not really. Each week, we take a game, play it, and then we rank it in our grand list of games.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's available on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I didn't mean to sound sarcastic.
That's okay. Just check out Polygon Symphonies, the PlayStation podcast from the Greenlit Network.
Retrograde Amnesia is a comprehensive podcast about classic Japanese RPGs. Each season, we cover a single game, chapter by chapter, beat by beat.
Season 1 covers Xenogears. Season 2 covers Chrono Cross.
Each episode, we play a section of the game and unpack the story, mechanics, music, and themes.
Also, our post-production AI companion, the FakeNet, fills us in on the finer details we may have missed.
Initializing FakeNet.
Yes. They need me for everything. Find Retrograde Amnesia at greenlitpodcasts.com.
Shaq is playing Summerfest.
Yeah, he's DJing, right?
He's DJ Diesel. He'll be there.
Yeah.
Nice. No, I didn't know
so
that.
he DJs at Fiesta Texas, which is the Six Flags theme park. They have like a venue. They have a music festival every September or what.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, he's always there.
Do they bring the kid from Kazam to do like a duet with him?
Dude, I hope so. And they just have like a machine that shoots hamburgers
I'm
out.
your genie with the wishes 3.
I want to see does he ever team up with Toby Keith?
Oh my God.
I don't know. Yeah, Keith Urban shows up and they're all oh man, that would be great.
Oh my Lord.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Did you not know he was a DJ?
I knew he was an artist, but can you name one song Shaq has done?
No, he just like fucking plays music.
No,
he doesn't.
he's put out rap videos and songs
It's like
too.
the Shaq Fu thing. Yeah.
Oh, really?
No, he's like an artist.
Oh, every time I've seen him, he's just like played music.
Yeah, he's guested on an old rap group called the Fushnikins.
The Fushnikins,
which kind of
his like Shaq Fu
yeah,
situation.
And that's how he kind of got the Shaq Fu moniker because he was part of the Fushnikins and underrated rap group.
Yeah.
Check
Would
them
you
out.
say
They
underrated video game?
No, I would never say that.
Yeah.
What about the
Shaq
new?
Fu is not good.
What about the new one?
No, I played that.
I
one
heard that's
too.
pretty bad, but yeah, I haven't.
It doesn't beat Space Jam. I'll tell you that much.
I kind of want to pick up the Mummy Demastered.
It's very
I've
good.
heard it's good.
Because that game's supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
And it'd be fun to see how they took a shit movie and made a cool game.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do
Tom
with Tom
Cruise in
Cruise.
it is the question.
No, it's not.
They couldn't
He's-
afford.
Well, that's probably why
Couldn't
it's
afford.
good then.
You're literally playing a bunch of zombies that reincarnate into themselves. And it becomes a Metroidvania with a Dark Souls element.
Speaking of
very cool.
overrated tiny actors, we're in July. Shia LaBeouf meets Optimus Prime for the first time.
Yes.
I will say
This
this.
was Tom's favorite movie.
I fucking
I like the
love
first
Of the
this movie.
decade.
The first one's not
I love
bad.
this movie.
Yeah, I actually
not
like the
bad.
first one.
Megan Fox is hot as shit. She still is.
Yeah.
God.
Michael
So-
Bay lets you know it.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf looked good too, though. Let's be real.
Yeah. I mean, I loved his bumbling idiocracies or whatever.
This is
it
when he was
but-
still a person people liked.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
he-
still like Shia. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not a popular opinion, but I do.
He went off the deep end a little too much.
I mean,
It sounds
it's
like
the
he's
same reason.
now, hold on. It sounds like he's a bit of an abuser now.
Well, and when Indiana
Let's be
Jones
careful.
4 comes out and it's still in theaters, he's like, honestly, I didn't like the movie. It was pretty dumb. And Harrison Ford's like, I think the kid should keep his mouth shut or something like that. Like, you
Yeah.
get paid to work with Spielberg, just accept the paycheck.
yeah. Well, I mean, at least Harrison knows.
Yeah. Although
He's
he's
just
fallen,
like-
he is falling apart on Indy 5 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Turns out you can't be 85 and still riding
Is
motorcycles.
he breaking his legs because doors are falling off?
He like
again?
broke his shoulder or something, and he like
Somehow the Millennium Falcon was there again.
One of
Yeah.
the things you have to understand about Harrison Ford is
He
that
can't
the only
fly an airplane.
No, he can't.
He can.
Obviously.
Nobody should let him fly.
he can, well, he can land a plane
On
and
a
not
golf
die.
course, yeah.
What you have to understand is that when anyone gushes about Han Solo, he could give zero shits. But when anyone tries
Yeah.
to talk to him about Indy, he's like, "Oh yeah,
He loves
like,
Indiana, yeah.
I love Indiana Jones
Because
I love
Indiana Jones
It's
is
smart.
fucking cool.
And you know
yeah.
what? I agree. I like Indiana Jones.
I
think he's great.
That's why
More
when
than
we
Han
when
Solo.
we
We
were
are going to stand for Indiana Jones as a podcast. As we move on,
Fair enough.
Microsoft announces an extension of the Red Ring of Death warranty. They realize that they're not out of the woods yet, and they're going to let people keep using their warranties. Thank God.
It
Don-
saved them a lot of money. In
The
the long run.
Tylenol moment. If you ever YouTube that with Peter Moore.
Tylenol murders.
Yes, the Tylenol.
What was the Tylenol moment?
That was kind of the initiative when Peter Moore was head of Xbox at the time, and he had to sit down with Steve Ballmer, who was the CEO of Microsoft at the time, and basically they were trying to figure out what are we going to do with the Red Ring problem, and Peter Moore had to go and
Some guys-
tell Steve Ballmer, this is going to cost you $1 billion.
Meanwhile, in China, they're like, put a towel around it. Just
Yeah. But he called it the Tylenol moment because back, you know, there was a time when a couple Tylenol packages were like poisoned.
Yeah.
Not a couple, many.
Many. And Tylenol just
It almost killed an entire town.
Did it? Okay. I'm
But-
only a town, whatever.
But they caught
God of
it.
War killed my dad.
Well, that town was New York City.
I'm not sure there's a direct correlation.
I'm just kidding.
a town is a
Kratos is
statistic.
Right.
Larry is a dad.
But
I'm
yeah.
here to kill
So
you.
the correlation was this is a Tylenol moment. This is our chance. I mean, we have to like take out
They had to, yeah.
And the
you know,
360, I mean,
the entire supply.
the 360 was a very hot system, and there was still a lot going for it. That we're gonna have to bite.
I mean,
have to
people
bite the
still
bullet.
buy
Red
shit.
Ring was big up until the Elite's release.
Yeah.
Because they were still producing it in the same way, technically.
Yeah.
But those early systems, those are the ones where you actually find the defect was so prevalent that no matter for how long you've had it, I mean, let's put it this way. We still have Super Nintendos, we still have Ataris, and I could literally find a way to hook up my Atari.
There's a
a
Game Boy that
television.
went through an explosion, and it's still playing Tetris.
Yep.
That's
awesome.
Last night, in a friend group that we're in,
Yeah.
some dude bought an original Nintendo and was like, "It's not working." And I tried blowing on the cartridge. What do I do? I was like, "Blow into the system," and he was like,
Eureka.
"Oh wow, that worked." And I was
Yeah.
like, "I don't know why that wasn't your second choice, but those things are fucking indestructible."
They're meant to be too.
Yeah.
But when it came to this system, I do believe that they were trying to weasel us over a little bit. This is the start of the more corporatization of, I mean, console selling and video games. In
No
general.
kidding.
You had a-
Microsoft enters the
You had a
arena. And it's
corporation
corporatization.
Yeah.
running.
But
gaming.
I'm talking more in a general sense now too, because it's in the same way that you can buy a vacuum cleaner now, and that vacuum cleaner is going to break down in 3 years. Whereas you had
Guaranteed to break down.
where your mother would be like, "Well, I had a vacuum cleaner and it lasted for 25 years." It's
But did it have Wi-Fi, you old lady?
you bitch.
How much Bluetooth
And then
does
it
it
led
got?
to like Xbox One being the size of a fucking like old ass Betamax VCR.
I have it.
And now we have the PS5.
I have it. and
This
I'm
is
still
the
playing
size
games
of
on
2
it.
Betamax fucking VCRs.
I absolutely
and it looks
love,
like an air freshener.
I love how big the original Xbox
my
One is.
God.
It's so funny.
It's
to
the
see.
original,
huge.
yeah.
But-
and it doesn't look attractive.
But
at all.
also, besides Shia LaBeouf,
Yeah.
Don Draper makes his television debut, and
Mad
Harry
Men, okay.
Potter and the Deathly Hallows comes out.
Deathly Hollows,
no,
the first
Deathly,
one,
No, Deathly Hallows is 2012.
The book.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, man.
the one and only. Then yes, not
Nope.
the movie. Okay,
Yes.
so
The
damn,
final book.
dude.
Yeah.
Yep. Suck it, Voldemort.
I read that book in one day, and
Like
I went
everyone.
to
That's fucking crazy.
Well, I went to the same place I went 2 weeks ago in California. We would go to these like book releases there because it was always that week we were in
You're
California.
the guy who shouted,
We would go to these book releases, and because it was because it was in California and we didn't live there, we didn't pre-order any of the books. So we just go to these release parties, and people would be like, "How many copies did you get?" And I'd be like, "None." They're like, "Why are you here?" I'm like, "I'm just here to fucking party, baby.
I'm
just here for the butterbeer, bitch."
I'm here for them witches, yo.
Yeah.
I want the butterbeer.
So we would
baby.
have to wait until the next day and go back and get it, and then I would just sit on the beach and just fucking read Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Best vacations.
Those books were amazing. I remember
All 7
reading-
of those books.
Reading a
Best
few of
vacations.
those in one day as
Yeah,
well.
they're
Never
so
read
easy
one.
to read. If you haven't read them,
I read the first 3.
it's too late.
But I watched the movies this last year as well.
Yeah.
Part of my COVID watching.
Not a ton of great games in July. Ninja Gaiden Sigma, The World Ends With You came out on the DS. And
Yeah,
Mario
got that
Strikers
shit.
Charge for the
Which
Wii.
Beaverton, Oregon.
What was that last
Played
one
The
you
World
said?
Ends With You?
And Mario Strikers
Yeah,
Charged.
I still have it. Yeah.
Mario
drove-
Strikers.
Wait, one at a time.
Yep.
So sorry, we missed the Mario Strikers bit. I feel like.
I'm sorry, please.
No,
Yeah,
I want to
no,
hear.
no, no.
I want to hear about The World Ends With You. 'Cause
Yeah,
I didn't
'cause-
think I wouldn't have pegged you for a World Ends With You person.
Also, I didn't realize it
Yeah.
was that old.
Yeah, I had
is.
to. It wasn't widely available. I think it was a limited release because I couldn't find it at a lot of GameStops. But I was in Oregon at the time because I was flying for work to Portland like every week. And I had to drive to this town called Beaverton, where Roddy Piper had a house. And we delivered a TV there.
Wow.
Once. And
wow.
Yeah. Stories. He lived. Wow. He lived stories. Then.
The Dylan experience.
Stories.
Yeah, and I just bought the game there.
These are Tom's stories.
I knew nothing about the game. I'm just like, okay, it's a Square RPG. This looks kind of cool.
Is it Nomura? Right?
It is Nomura. Yeah.
And
no, he's a creative consultant on the game.
It's like Persona people.
Right. But it has his character designs. Mm-hmm. It is technically not a Nomura game beyond the visual element.
I can't say I finished it, but I did like what I played, and
it's hard to finish.
Yeah, I just saw the remake or reboot at Best Buy tonight.
Neo, The World Ends With You, and I thought about getting it. Yep.
Yeah.
14 years ago in August, I-35W Mississippi River Bridge collapses at 6:05 p.m.
The Mothman was there.
I was going to say, is this the Mothman thing?
There's another one.
I drove over that bridge every day when I lived in the cities.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So like I was blocks away, not when it happened, but I lived blocks away from that, which is kind of crazy.
Yep.
Superbad changes the face of cinema. A contestant for Miss Teen USA fails to answer a question hilariously.
That was fun.
Are you kidding? That was the most hilarious thing you could have said.
Such as, and
things like
poverty. World hunger.
World peace.
Isn't that every fucking pageant?
She lowered the bar, though, I think. She did.
I do remember that.
I doubt that.
Nokia makes plans to revive the N-Gage in November. They're going to make it be a service instead.
And history. Yeah, goodbye, iPhone.
iPhone was
you
canceled
2 months
immediately.
of fun time.
You want to play Doom on your phone? It's going to happen.
Right.
You like Doom?
We got a Jurassic Park game.
You ever heard of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater? The first one. We're doing the first one.
All I played was Snake on that phone.
No, you never played the N-Gage.
You had an N-Gage?
No, just a Nokia.
No.
Okay.
Side taco talking.
I thought the N-Gage looked cool for like a month when I was seeing previews of it in magazines, but
I only saw it in comic books, and I was just like, "Oh man, if only my mom had money."
But then you see people the way they talk to it, like the side taco thing you were saying. It's like that is so wonky.
So dumb,
yeah. I gotta look this thing up. What is it?
The N-Gage.
Well,
side
show Dylan. Show them how you'd hold it with your phone. Like this is how you'd hold it.
Yeah, I've actually
never
seen
how you would do when
you
were playing it. But then it would just literally be like.
So let's describe.
No, like hold it like that. No, here, let me show you.
Here, yeah. Okay.
This is how you'd actually hold it like this.
So you'd hold it like you're holding a taco.
What?
But like turn it so like the top of the taco is against your ear.
Oh, it was so bad.
It looks like a.
You were supposed to have it like this,
and a lot of people don't.
You ended up being like.
A lot of people don't realize also with the N-Gage, you have to remove the battery to get to the spot where you put the cartridge in.
That's right.
So you have to take the battery out every time you put a new game in.
I've never touched one.
Damn, it just looks like a Game Boy Advanced with a number pad as all the buttons instead,
and black and white.
Yeah.
So a couple of games came out in August. Persona had Persona 3 came out. I don't know if you guys.
3 is good.
Did you guys play it back then?
I haven't played 3. I've only played 5.
Okay.
I played 3 at the time.
Here.
You did play 3 at the time.
I did.
This is the one where they pew themselves, right?
That's the one where they shoot themselves in the head to summon their persona.
Yeah,
Go Bears.
Go Bears.
Go Panthers.
So
Go Jackrabbits.
I think the Panthers.
So a buddy of mine bought this, and he was like, no, you gotta try this fucking game. You love RPGs. You like Final Fantasy VII, all this shit. And I'm like, yeah. And I go.
You
over
thought
to
Cloud
his
was
house.
cool. What if he shot himself in the head?
It's so crazy, and every single time I found it so hilarious at a certain point because I was an insomniac at this age, and every time it would just be like, "I summon you, persona," and it's like them shooting their brains out, and then the persona comes out, and then it attacks.
Of the exit wound.
Essentially, yeah.
I gotta play this game.
I remember seeing the protagonist is a special boss in Persona 5.
Yeah, he is.
That I've seen, and he actually does shoot himself in the head. I was like, shit.
I don't know if I got that.
It's a DLC. Yeah, it's a separate DLC. I think
This
you have
is
to get.
like we said in the Persona episode. This is one of the most dark Persona games that exists because the ending, even the good one, is not good. Whereas the good ending in Persona 4 and 5, they're very friendly to like, oh, everyone's friends and we're all getting along.
I love sad endings. Just feels a little more real.
So in Persona 3, it's literally just like, oh, the world's going to end no matter what. Deal with it.
Yeah. Well,
God is dead. Eat some ass.
Yeah. 25th anniversary of Persona 5. I'm sure we'll have an episode about it. But Brad.
Yeah. Some other games. I'll mention some that we don't need to maybe talk about as much. Mega Man Star Force. Brain Age 2. Metroid Prime 3 Corruption.
Yes. Oh.
Corruption. You were a big fan.
I like all the Metroid Prime, to be honest.
I only played the first one.
This was the last Metroid Prime until 4, which they announced years ago.
Will it ever come out?
Going to come out. This one was good, and it was actually better than the other ones. The problem ended up being is that it had more story elements to it. So they tried to introduce characters. That Samus was a part of this elite group of bounty hunters rather than her being on her own.
Is it like a ragtag group? They don't all just look like Samus, do they?
They do not look like Samus.
That's great.
They're all kind of like, there are some that kind of look like elementals. There's one ice guy. There's a bunch of other stuff. But the one thing you can get from this is the early part of the game is so stupid. But once you actually get into the game itself, it's a wonderful puzzle first-person shooter. And it's actually maybe the best one until they remade the other ones and put them on the Wii also.
Cool.
The one thing I have to say is, even with Resident Evil 4, I still say that is the best version on the Wii. Because if you're gonna be aiming something around and
of course,
ding-doggling. I'm serious, but like it makes the most sense on these systems. And
those games were like Metroid Prime. Going back to it, it's hard to play that with the original
controls. It's almost impossible
because the GameCube, that C stick, and it's all about locking on and stuff. It was weird playing first person shooters on the GameCube.
Well, it's all about lock on with trigger buttons, and then firing with the A button, which is just so asinine at the end of the day. But with these remakes that they did for the Wii, like the Metroid Prime trilogy, it is the best form of it. The reason they haven't released it on the Switch yet,
it's coming,
is they're going to wait for a year before the release of Metroid Prime 4.
Yep.
And they're literally going to give this to us like, oh, you've been asking for it. Here you go.
We have remade Breath of the Wild.
We have remade, get this, Skyrim.
Get this, Skyrim, but you can play as Link now.
Dude.
Do you know that Skyrim came out in 2007?
No.
A lot of people don't know that.
2010. And then there was 10 more releases that decade.
So 2005.
11.
So between 2005.
Oh, was it 2011?
Yeah. This is the 10-year.
So 2005 and 2011. That's the difference between Elder Scrolls 4 and Elder Scrolls 5.
Yeah.
Now we are 10 years out from.
So far.
Oh, man. When Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, it's going to be 40 years before they release the next one.
If Raw Dogs is still happening when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out.
Dog, I'm so happy to have my corpse play this video game.
Tom, I have a feeling you're living longer than all of us.
Tom, maybe you shouldn't play Ragnarok.
Right. Yeah, probably. It's going to be me.
No, it's going to be one of us.
Christ. I'll just be like, I'm doing this for the boys.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Blumhouse, if you're listening, you got your next paranormal activity.
We're looking at you, M. Night.
Wait a second. Are you telling me the video game kills people?
By the way, I saw Old.
We'll talk about that in Donkeys
later.
After Dark, possibly. One other game came out in August 21st, Bioshock.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, this is a fucking title right there. Oh, my God.
That is a game changer.
Tom's got something he really wants to say here.
Oh, I like the game a lot.
Static Shock is what you're going to talk about, isn't it?
Static Shock. Yes.
The balloons?
Static Shock.
No, I love Bioshock. Like I said, I got a plasma TV this year. First time I ever had like an HD fucking TV, and this was the first game that I played on the TV. I got the TV and the game that came out the same day, and wow, it was awesome. Huge System of Shock 2 fan, so I was that fucking asshole that's like, this game's based off of like some games that I played on a PC that none of you guys ever played before, and it's kind of like
loved you for it.
Yeah, and I was
what a
fucking nerd.
What a confident
loved it though.
The confident opening to that game where the plane goes down and you go into the lighthouse and there's just like the narration where you're going down underwater.
I'm Andrew Ryan.
I'm just like, oh my god, I love everything
about
this.
Not work a day from the sweat of his brow.
This
honestly, can you keep going? No, hold on.
What? Will a man not till the fields that the corn grows? Can a man not walk this bathysphere and just ride this thing into this fucking big city? Are you like? I thought you were gonna.
What's the other guy's name?
Is a man not entitled to the sweat of their brow?
What's the other guy's name? Who talks to you?
Atlas.
And I'm Atlas.
I'm Jack Atlas.
Would you kindly? Yeah, that game gave me like
Chills.
Resident Evil vibes of horror.
My God.
It's really?
The atmosphere, the music,
Yeah.
just like the concept of a civilization that's been isolated and evolved in a different way is always one of my favorite like concepts. in
This
fiction.
also helped establish an actual genre that Prey and a lot of these other games. What would you call them? Immersive RPGs? Is that what we're calling them?
Yeah, there's a name for them.
Where it's really everything in the world is kind of inhibited upon yourself. So if you want something to happen, you either have to make it happen.
Yeah.
There's no like button to press to make it happen. You have to make it happen yourself. So they give you these worlds and these fictions, and then you roll with them.
It's great.
I feel like audio logs as a concept, they had happened before, but Bioshock is like, every video game ever afterwards, like, yep.
Christ.
People got used to it.
Like Paper Mario's like, let's do this.
Yes.
Everyone fucking audio logs everywhere.
Yeah. But I do like
23.
I mean,
Luigi is lost.
To expound on what you were saying, but the environment, the way that like the physics engine and the environment engine like interacted, the fact that you could like have your plasmid that shot electricity, shoot it at the water that all like the spices were standing in, and it would electrocute them, like shit like that.
Yeah.
There was a lot more to the gameplay than I think a lot of people realize. A lot of more nuances.
The depth was extreme. And
Big Daddies were terrifying.
Yes, they were.
The little girls,
Little sisters,
were creepy as fuck, and you're just like, I can't kill a baby, but do I save the baby? What do I do with these?
Harvest the atom, motherfucker.
We'll have to have a Bioshock episode at some point. I feel like there should have been bigger consequences.
If you save them, you actually get more. Later.
Well, there's
like I got enough.
There's no real consequences for not saving them or saving them.
And that the Sander Cohen sequence,
the artist,
where you take. Yes. Where spoilers, you kill him and then you take a picture of him and you get like a 50-point achievement or something
when I was in art school,
art imitates life or something like, or irony, I think it was called. It was pretty funny.
When I was in art school, I was like, we were in a critique and there was this one kid and he's like, and then it means this and this and this. And I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are, Sander Cohen? And he's like, what?
Dude, there's one gamer like, dude, he got him.
Right, one of the guys, and he's like, whoa! I was just like, and he's like, what do you mean? And I'm just like, watch a fucking YouTube, you fucking piece of shit.
Wanker.
You fucking wanker.
Yeah, great game. That probably top of the pops for me.
That's
tops of the pops.
One of the best games of the year for sure. September, the very first 1 terabyte hard drive arrives on the scene with the Hitachi 1 terabyte Deskstar 7K 1000. YouTuber,
you don't have how much was, do you?
$2 billion.
Yeah, for real, I bet.
I'm not sure what it was launched
Might
at.
have been something like that.
No, much cheaper. Much cheaper.
Not quite that much, but a few hundred for sure.
I'm sure.
A YouTuber begs us to leave Britney alone. Relevant today.
Yeah.
And Activision buys Bizarre Creations in September as well.
God damn it. That still pisses me
Those
off.
assholes.
Shut. Bizarre was so great. Those Project Gotham racing games were.
Did they do
fucking
Geometry
awesome.
Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember loving those.
Just one of my favorite early like 360 studios, and then they did the Activision thing and shut them down.
God damn Activision. Yeah. People are very fond of them these days.
Yeah, everyone loves them.
Sims 2 Bon Voyage arrives on Windows. We have Donkey Kong Jungle Climber for the DS, Eternal Sonata for the 360.
I always wanted to play it.
Sonata.
This was my I feel like this is my first JRPG that I ever played.
Are you fucking kidding me? Mm-hmm. This game is so asininely stupid.
I fucking loved it though.
The battle system rules, but everything else about this game sucks.
This is the Ni no Kuni people, right?
No. Maybe I don't know, but
it's not level 5.
This was back when I was really into like learning how to play the piano, and the fact that it was a game about Chopin.
It's Chopin on his deathbed.
Yeah,
that's the whole story.
Yeah, but I was like, "What is this about?" And so I was like, I don't normally play JRPGs. The closest thing I've ever gotten is Kingdom Hearts.
I thought it looked cool, but
it's actually it's fun to play.
It is.
Yeah,
this is a game that got buried by 2007 for me.
Oh,
like I just
the fact that I still have it on PS3, the disc alone is worth a ton.
Shut
of
the
money.
fuck up.
I own it. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
you want to play it?
No, I'm just saying. Well, how
just wants
does
you to
this
shut
keep
the fuck up,
happening?
man.
I also have it. It's in that box of games with my Resident Evil 2 and 3.
Dude, you need to stop. You need to stop talking about this box of games that your parents might or might not have
They have
somewhere. Fucking get it and get a hold of it.
Yeah,
because
they have it.
eventually they might not. Dude, there's
They
a
have
Vita
it.
in there. Just your Vita alone is worth a lot of money. Get your fucking hands on that.
What
man.
the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I fucking live in Milwaukee, man. What do you want me to do?
Weren't you? Wasn't someone back home there recently?
Sarah
was. She should have grabbed it.
I don't have room in my RV. They have a garage.
You can rent free. Keep it here. I will watch it.
Okay.
Literally.
Also, September, Skate came out, which was a legitimate competitor.
Skate.
Yeah.
Oh my
this
god, I
one's
forgot this
dope.
came out.
This is when they like turn. It's not just like push A to ollie.
X to ollie. It's like you actually have to
fucking move the joysticks around to
Yes.
do tricks, and that was very creative for.
It was a game I bought,
Right.
And I didn't. My brain didn't really comprehend what I was supposed to like do at first, and I'm like, this fucking.
It's
game
the dead or
sucks.
alive of skate games.
Yeah, and then I kept at it, and like one day it just clicked, and I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking great. I only played like a Tony Hawk game for a second before that, and I'm like, this Skate's like my ultimate favorite.
As a person who
skate game,
quote unquote, can skateboard, I can ollie and I can do kick flips and heel flips or whatever.
Yeah, we'll prove it right now.
Do you have a skateboard?
I'm going to put in a sound effect of a skateboard, and then let's all go, oh my God, he did it.
Yeah.
Whoa,
so much blood.
He can do it. But like the fact that when you push down and up to just do an ollie feels so good.
It's fantastic.
It's so much better than you train 30 tricks together while getting a tape up while you're skating on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
To skaters, because I was a big skater back in high school too, and my friends and I would just sit there and watch skate videos for like hours at a time. And this was like, if you were watching skate videos and comprehending what those tricks are, at least understanding it, a game like this is so immersive and so much more interesting than just beep, boop, beep, left square. Yeah. It's like, no, if you want to heel flip, you have to do a certain, like, you have to understand the movement of the board.
But yeah, like doing the ollies and like just constantly just trying to keep the balance. I mean, for as long as you can.
It's very cool.
It's a lot of fun.
It's very cool. Tony Hawk was definitely put in a corner at that point and said, you better start innovating, which they tried to do with 8 a little bit, but it didn't really add up too much. Also, September, probably maybe the biggest game of the year for me. I remember day one getting this delivered to my dorm room, Halo 3. That helmet's still up there. Like, that's my Halo 3 helmet.
Oh, yeah.
And multiplayer was a very big deal for me and my friends. My brother said it was his most played game of the year. Halo 3, at the point it came out, was the best-selling piece of media in the history of the world. Like,
it was. Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
I remember playing it.
Oh, yeah.
A friend of mine, his parents had a camper, and in the camper they had a television. And he's like, "We're just gonna play it in the camper." And I'm literally like, I'm there smoking a cigar, and I'm fucking 17 years old, and I'm just like, all right, we're spending the night in a camper, and we're gonna fucking do it. I hear it's co-op. We'll take turns. And we literally played Halo 3 that entire night. And I had this dream during that. Do you remember the song? In a white room with like
Cream. Yeah.
Wait. Can you let Dylan sing for another 10 minutes, please?
But I had a dream. I had a dream where Master Chief. It was the credits, and we were playing the game, and it was literally just Master Chief like doing like in a white room with black curtains.
Okay.
On
If you because you're not in this room with us, listeners, he's doing the Vogue that Madonna does.
I'm doing the two fingers over the eyes, and
it's
I'm
the
moving it back
Batusi.
and forth.
Yeah.
And I had a dream, and for a while I was like, haha, what a great developer Easter egg. And I was like, do you remember this part of the game? And people would look at me like I was fucking psychotic. Like they're like, what?
I remember that soundtrack being really good, but I don't remember that song on that soundtrack.
I was around this time, my first time taking ecstasy.
Okay.
I just wound up taking it in a dorm room with my friend Dane, and then all of a sudden, like,
Dane?
My buddy Dane's like, "You want some ecstasy?" I'm like, "I don't give a fuck. I'm in college. Yeah, I want some." And then I was up in my dorm room playing Halo 3 just by myself. Like, this is the best game that's ever been made.
I want to touch it.
And I just died. I'm like, I
I
was like, I don't even care. It's so fun.
Touch my face.
Yeah. That was one of my Halo 3 experiences. October.
Pew, pew, pew.
Related to Halo, October, right after Halo 3 comes out.
Here we go.
Bungie announces their split with Microsoft to become an independent studio.
Probably the best decision they've ever made.
Oh, God damn it. I like the decision to become independent. I don't like at all what they fucking did with it.
Yeah, no, that's
Destiny's good.
Destiny's fine. Activision shit all over it. It could have been great. But
Destiny could have been like the best. But I know.
This move killed Bungie.
Yeah.
A lot of the old school veterans who were people that were there.
They all left.
Yeah, and I'm glad Joe Staten is now on Halo again. I'm curious about it, but
we'll see.
EA announces plans to buy the VG Holding Corporation, which owns both Pandemic Studios and BioWare. A sitcom version of The Big Bang Theory happens.
Oh, remember
I preferred the original myself. The sitcom version was. I remember watching it for like 3 episodes, and I was like, "Oh, this is like one of those shows."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm trying to explain to your mother what a nerd might be.
I put.
I'm telling a nerd joke. Ha 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 ha.
Do you know what the Flash is?
And I don't mean your boobs. Wah, wah.
That's the. Oh my God!
I've never watched an episode. Never seen it.
You might even think that's real.
With the studio audience completely silent, they decided to add a laugh track. Hulu also launched in October.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is that real?
No one knows for sure.
Okay.
Hulu also launched in October. Okay.
I love Hulu.
I'm going to run through a list of games here.
Yes.
Let's go.
Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass for the DS.
Good.
Project Gotham Racing 2.
Yes. Motorcycles.
Crash of the Titans.
That again? The movie?
No,
not Clash,
the Crash Bandicoot.
Oh.
Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions for the PSP. First big one would be October 10th. Orange Box lands on the Xbox 360.
The Orange Box.
Not only are you getting Half-Life 1 and 2, you're getting Team Fortress and my personal favorite, Portal.
The debut of Portal.
Oh my God, Portal blew my fucking mind.
Yes.
Yeah, 2007. I forgot Portal was in there too. Jesus.
Dog, man.
And episode 2.
A first-person puzzle space distortion game. Fucking awesome.
Up until Game Pass, that was like the best value in gaming, I think.
I think so.
For the time.
Yeah.
You got all those games for the price of a normal game.
Well, Valve was literally trying to court people into their PC market. And this was the way to do it. Like, if you wanted to say, like, this is what we're doing, and this is how we're doing it, and if you want to get involved and you want to see this better than ever, you join us on our system, or you deal with it in this.
They were great ports, the Half-Life ports, and that's where I played episode 2, even though I played the first game and then episode 1 on PC prior to that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks great on PC still, but if you play it on a 360 or whatever, it does not look good anymore.
Probably not, yeah.
It looks pretty bad.
Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. Beautiful Katamari, a sequel to. No, this is the third one because there was Katamari Damacy, We Love Katamari, and then Beautiful Katamari. This is the first one made without
Beautiful
the creator.
Katamari is very bad.
Yeah, because it wasn't the original creator. He was over it at this point.
Yeah, it's the third one.
Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. We got Ratchet and Clank, Tools of Destruction.
Good. It's a good game.
October 28th, Boston Red Sox win the World Series.
Boom, boom,
Whoa,
boom, baby.
Chris and Bambino.
Yeah.
Fever
Fever Pitch came out this year then.
Wasn't that 2000?
Jimmy Fallon, very good movie.
Was this
Very
Kurt
good movie.
Schilling? Was this his last foray
I think
before
so,
he became
yeah.
a game developer?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And tanked everything?
Was Kurt Schilling a player?
He's the pitcher, yeah.
He became a game developer after this?
Brad? Head guy of the Raw Dogs doesn't know the lore of 38 Studios?
I don't know the lore of Boston Red Sox. What did 38 Studios make? Should I know this?
They had a pretty famous studio closure in Rhode Island.
Did they have any games worth mentioning?
They came out with Kingdoms of Amalur.
So no.
Reckoning.
Kingdom of Amalur.
Yeah, but it was a big scandal of a studio just all of a sudden shutting down.
Also, October 28th, though, my first time taking mushrooms, I can actually pinpoint this to the day. Because
Of course you can, because it's mushrooms.
No, not because
luck.
it's mushrooms. Because Guitar Hero 3 comes out this day.
Oh,
Yes!
fuck yeah.
And
Okay.
the devil went down to Georgia.
I played it start to finish on mushrooms in front of about 8 people.
Is it
Okay, then that
Legends
means-
of Rock?
This was my Jimi Hendrix
Yeah,
moment.
this
Was
is
you were
Legends
just
of Rock.
drooling.
I was in a dorm room and I was just like tripping on mushrooms. I played it start to finish in front of
I
like a
played-
group of people.
Okay, I remember this day too because I went to get the Les Paul version of the guitar.
Yes.
Yeah.
That fucking guitar
I
is great.
fucking
That wireless
still,
thing.
I still have that in my parents' garage
Yeah.
too.
I so badly
You
want to
fucking
go to a
bitch.
thrift
Get it over
store.
here.
I want to go to a thrift store and pick up a Guitar Hero controller because I haven't played it in so long and I've been craving it.
We could easily play it.
I mean, I used to be able to like beat through the fire and flames. It'd be fun to see how much I've degraded since
Oh,
then.
absolutely, 100%.
Maybe
I still have the dexterity, but like as far as being able to read the notes, it'd be tricky.
I bet it. Yeah, it might take you a little bit. I bet it'd be like riding a bike,
like a day or something. Yeah.
You'd be back at it.
You might.
You guys are young. Yeah.
Another little game came out called Witcher for the Windows this month.
The Witcher.
Pretty. Yeah. Didn't play it in 2007. Tried playing it in 2011. I wish I would have played it in 2007, but yeah, it was okay. It's tough to go back to now.
It's almost impossible. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, that author made a bad deal with this,
did.
right? He's like, I'm not making
Well, the
money.
fact that
Fucking, I
Witcher,
hate games.
Well, the fact
Fucking
that
handed
Witcher,
50
the fact
bucks.
that Witcher 3
Mario's
is so
dead.
good.
Yeah.
He didn't expect that. He
Right.
literally did not know. But when they made the first Witcher, he was like, "Okay, they made a video game about my books," and
Yeah.
he was like, "Nobody's playing this." But when the third one came out, the hype around it was so big.
It's so great when there's like something 3, and I'm like, did someone play the first 2? Like what?
Yeah.
Yep.
2 was a good step.
Yeah.
You guys heard about
Yeah.
this?
That's how I feel about Crackdown, which I'm pretty sure came out this year too.
Crackdown did come out. I didn't even put it on this list.
First
but-
Crackdown. Yeah.
Came with the Halo 3
Yeah,
demo.
when,
That's why people bought it.
when everyone was gushing over Crackdown 3 and Terry Crews just yelling at a video screen, I was like, people played the first 2? What is
Right,
this?
yes.
There was. I even said there was a second one.
Yeah,
There
that was
was the
considered
first.
the bad one up until 3, I think.
Yes.
All right, we got another giant month in November. EA closes its EA Chicago Studios. No Country for Old Men releases. So I'm going to go through a list of games
Favorite
here.
Coen Brothers movie?
Man,
the best one.
Raising Arizona, maybe. Love them all. Fucking love
sorry.
them all. Depends on what you're
mean,
looking
yeah.
for.
No
Let-
Country for me.
Yeah.
Raising Arizona is my favorite
Let me
chase
be
scene of all time.
Yeah, I love all their movies.
No Country. Fuck, man. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? There's too many.
Can't-
Big Lebowski, Fargo. Come on.
I know.
Jesus.
I know the Tale of Ulysses.
True Grit.
No, it says nobody.
Which is actually a fine opinion.
It's a fine film. It was a good Christmas film. Call of Duty 4, the Modern Warfare franchise.
Turning
so
point here.
Rock the hair.
I will say-
they just sing.
Pew, pew, pew.
This game, in my opinion,
Revolutionized
First
Mountain
per-
Dew everywhere.
No, the click your joystick to fucking sprint down the street.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. This game came out and
drop
and
kick, yeah.
No, you click your joystick and you
do
run.
the sprint.
Yeah, and
No,
every first-person shooter since then has done that.
God, I hate that so much.
You don't like the click to sprint? I like
click to sprint.
No, I have like the Xbox controller, the Elite or whatever.
Oh,
so I mapped it to like my middle finger. So I'm
Fuck you. I'm
nice.
running.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
The thing that Tom
Sometimes-
just did, he's like an expert. Like he's like a. You can tell he's a lady.
As somebody who played a lot of
the finger bang. Yeah, you're finger banging.
No.
bang, bang, bang.
Pew, pew, pew.
But yeah, this is when Call of Duty became Call of fucking Duty.
Yeah.
It left World War II.
And the first one that left World War II, like everyone was kind of getting a little tired of that trope.
Oh, are we doing Normandy again?
Right.
Yeah.
But this time, you're further. No, it's Normandy again. We don't have anything.
The campaign where you're like
these nuts.
the campaign
Hot
when you're
take.
in like Chernobyl and you're crawling through
Pripyat,
and just like being in Chernobyl for whatever reason was
Yeah.
really cool for me at that point.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked out that HBO series, it's fucking wild.
It's fantastic.
It's wonderful. And also just research the entire incident itself. It will teach you actually why.
But don't look up
nuclear
death
power
by
isn't
radiation
that bad.
sickness because those YouTube videos are scary.
Yeah.
Also this month,
The ant walking out.
a little game, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn came out for the Wii. Dylan approves. Another game came out for the Wii November.
Now, hold on. This game rules, and it's super hard to find now. This game for the GameCube right now is worth a shitload of money. I'm just gonna brag about that.
So fun story.
You should.
Dylan. I don't actually own this one. So
Of course you wouldn't. Though.
no.
Is it in a box somewhere?
It probably could be.
We don't even know.
No.
It's Dommy's box. We don't know what's in it until we open it.
Dom's box.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you guys earlier, I put it on the
Pendomi's
Discord.
box.
I went to an antique store near my house, and literally I saw a Valkyrie profile sealed
Yeah.
for $300.
Jesus.
And I thought about
Musha
it
for that.
I thought about it for a millisecond. My mom was like, she looked at me watching it. She's just like visiting me, and I'm just like here, and I'm just looking at it. I'm like, $300. What would that mean? Do I eat less or?
I think that's what that would mean. Yes.
I remember the first.
But if I had a sealed copy of Valkyrie profile for fucking $300,
Okay, think about this, Dylan. Half of everything Tom owns is still in the box.
yeah, but
You can do this.
this is different because they barely released it. There's going to be more PS5s.
Tom hasn't opened up a Happy Meal toy since he was 4.
Do you play through the bag?
6. I don't know.
Maybe 6.
Yeah.
Did
you
you
go to
ever-
McDonald's?
What
for
did
that.
you do with those Viva Rock Vegas?
I did open my Kissy Fur figurine.
What the hell is that?
It was like an old cartoon.
It was like an old Funko.
Yeah.
Also this month, November 12th, Super Mario Galaxy arrives on the Wii.
Never heard of it.
This is part of the Mario franchise. A lot of people know it. This is one of the sequels. Mario learns how to fly in space.
No, Mario learns how to hyper concentrate his gravity.
Yeah, he learns how to be a fucking astronaut.
Yeah, he gets plenty of ass, so call him an astronaut.
Yeah, Mario is dead. Eat some ass,
Dr. Dre.
No, this game.
I put the ass in.
This game was amazing. Mario Galaxy was
so good,
transformative in my opinion.
It's a wonderful video game.
It's Nintendo continuing to innovate, taking their same plumber and jumping and making it new, fresh, and fun. Yeah. Somehow using the same thumbstick and the same jump button, making it feel so innovative, new, and if anyone gets the joys of gaming.
Too bad they put it on the Wii though. Man, I wish it would have
the thing that everyone had.
Literally every grandma had it.
Yeah,
I had 3.
Yeah. This was before everyone put it in their closet, though. I will give them that much. But yeah, I haven't played it.
Really? You can play it on the bowling machine?
You fucking bitch! You own it now.
I do. Yeah,
for the Switch.
I still have to finish Sunshine before I move on.
Okay,
You
that's
don't
fair.
have to finish
But
Sunshine.
Canonically, it only makes sense if he goes on vacation before he goes to space.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Right?
Yeah.
That's where he gets the idea.
Yeah. You can't go to space without.
How would he know who Bowser Jr. is?
Although Super Mario
how
2,
would
there
you
was
even
rocket
know?
Oh,
ships.
dude, I will say this: when you get to the final boss and Jeff Bezos is there, fucking wild.
And he says,
Dick Rocket.
he says, give us $19.99 to continue the game.
Rocket.
No bathroom breaks.
Richard
We used to
Branson.
sell just books. That was a line. A very famous line.
I can't believe Bowser said that.
I know.
What else we got? We got Crisis for Windows came out
Yes.
3 days
Man,
later.
melting PCs.
Oh,
Yes. I
had a friend who could run it.
Did this melted PCs?
No, yeah.
It still melts PCs.
It still can.
graphically, it fucked like
Yeah,
PCs.
this was
up.
like the benchmark, the best looking game.
Yep.
I bought a new PC right around this time to play this game, and funnily, I actually didn't play much of it, but it's still like I could not play at the highest settings or even like high settings.
Nope.
It was insane. Crisis games were known for kind of pushing the envelope graphically on the PC at that point.
This game was notorious, actually, for that. And I had a friend who actually hooked up 2 graphics cards together
SLI.
to help it
Yeah.
work.
Yep.
And when we were watching it, we thought we were watching a fucking movie.
Yeah, I mean it looked great.
It looked fucking astonishing. The liquid that would hit the screen,
Yes.
and then the firing of the guns and every
the lighting.
movement. Yes, it was
the way everything looked west in the rainforest.
honestly. I will still say this might be one of the best looking games of that entire decade.
So
Entirely.
Yeah.
Also, the next day, the Assassin's Creed franchise lands on PS3 and Xbox 360.
That was a day one by.
I remember the first time seeing this on an HD TV, on a big HD TV. It was just Altair, someone climbing up the side of a tower. I was like, holy shit.
Yep.
Games have evolved. Like, that looks real. How does he know how to climb? Like, the way that he just like knows how to move around the landscape, it blew my mind.
Yep.
Yes.
It's before the franchise was up its own ass, and
Well,
it was good.
says the man who's still buying
Up
into
its
it.
own ass.
That's true. It's still like-
it went up its own ass, but I think it's gotten out of its own ass. It's like, at least with Origins, they finally changed some stuff a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I loved Origins.
Still, though,
Yeah, it's great.
it's the Ubisoft engine. It's the Ubisoft brand. It is like everything that they've ever done. Like when we had our video game gripes episode, I said like I cannot handle how Ubisoft makes their games anymore because to me they're making very straightforward busy work that I'm just not interested in anymore.
At least
It's not okay, but it's not okay.
I don't mind
I
it.
really do have to say
if I enjoy the gameplay and the engine, if I enjoy spending time exploring a location to get more treasure chests,
fine.
it's if I enjoy the way that Altair navigates the situation, I don't know, it's fun. I don't mind doing collecting. I know when to draw the line, and I started doing it in Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
Two was definitely like I pushed myself to the limits. I'm like, wait, I don't need to.
No, you don't need to. Yeah.
And one didn't have a lot of the collectible stuff.
They did, but it was much more like you had 3 cities, 3 ancient cities that you rode a horse between.
At least you got to kill a pope. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
No, in 2 you get to
two is-
kill the
yeah.
Pope.
isn't first one you don't?
No, in the second one you get to kill the Pope.
Okay.
Which is my favorite because you get to kill the Pope.
but I know that the first one gets
Because
dinged
they're
for
all a bunch of child molesters.
And the first game gets dinged for
I
being
had to see his reaction.
for being repetitive, and it is. There's only a handful of like mission types, and they just recycle through the entire game. It's got
Yeah.
a great opening sequence, I thought, but it was a great one of those games where you're like, "This is a good tech demo. I can't wait for the sequel."
It was
And-
stunning.
And when the sequel came out,
Gorgeous.
it was like they fixed everything in fucking Assassin's Creed.
So
That sequel rules.
3 days later,
What did we get?
Uncharted arrives for the
Uncharted,
first time on the PlayStation 3, which I'm not a big fan of the first one. It was very hot back then.
I wasn't into it.
3 days later, Uncharted arrived. I have beaten Uncharted 1 fucking probably 10 years after the fact, after this came out. The gameplay didn't age well.
It did not at all.
They definitely have figured it out in later iterations, but this is the birth of another major franchise 3 days after Assassin's Creed made its debut, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, and this was, I mean, PlayStation 3 needed some heavy exclusives, and this was one that PlayStation was ready to get behind. Naughty Dog, I mean, they're good old Naughty Dog people. Yeah, before.
Yeah, I didn't play this when it came out, just because this period of time was just fucking insane. And yeah, I ended up playing it a couple of years later, I think, or right before Uncharted 2 came out. And yeah.
As far as zigzagging from Crash Bandicoot to Jack and Dexter to an Indiana Jones type explorer Tomb Raider style game, it took them a second to figure out the third person shooting.
Yeah,
they got there eventually.
But I liked what they were doing, and out of like any video game cast, that cast has like the best chemistry out of, I think, any game. Probably like the only chemistry.
I think Nolan North does a lot to bring the voice acting cast together too. He is a good presence on any game to have being a part of it. Pickles, if you knock that fucking plant over, I swear to God.
Pickles!
Another game came out the same day. Unreal Tournament 3 landed on Windows the exact same day.
Okay.
Which I played Unreal Championship on the Xbox.
I've played Unreal Tournament 2 with Jamie, and we actually had a pretty good time.
They're fast, fun shooters. And I imagine it was very big to at least PC gamers at the time when Unreal Tournament 3 landed. So the day after Uncharted, 4 days after Assassin's Creed,
here we go.
8 days after Mario Galaxy, we have two games that came out. We have Rock Band and Mass Effect came out. This was an intense 8 days of gaming.
This month. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Fucking fucked.
Modern Warfare this month as well. But yeah, Rock Band, we'll mention that. It was kind of it was a step up from Guitar Hero. I didn't like it as much. I didn't feel like it was as sharp because it was a different, but I did love that drum set.
Yep. Can play drums now.
My friend, who's the drummer for some band in LA now.
Yeah.
You too?
He was playing it. He came over to play it at my house. He fucking hates it.
Oh, yeah?
It's like delayed just like by the tiniest bit.
Yeah.
And he knows like how to play all the songs.
Yeah.
On
really how to play them.
Yeah. And he's like, this is bullshit. And I'm like, it's just a game, dude.
Yeah.
But
surprisingly, musicians, I don't know about the drum set so much, but if you were like a musician who could play guitar and like the other instruments,
fuck this game. I know how to play a real guitar.
Yes, they didn't do very well at playing the plastic instruments, but I was more of a Guitar Hero guy. But I did like some of the songs on Rock Band.
Rock Band, my buddy got it, and then he promptly broke the foot pedal on the drum set fairly quick because, I mean, it wasn't made to be like fucking rocked. But sometimes they want songs where you're just going hard, and it's like, oh, well, fuck me, I guess.
Right.
But Mass Effect's that same day.
Yes.
That was a much needed franchise. Arriving on the 360, confident science fiction RPG.
Original also.
Original IP, BioWare. We talked about this.
We don't get enough of these
length.
anymore. Yeah.
Big fan. I'm excited what they do going forward. I'm cautiously optimistic for the next
one. What they need is a spiritual successor / reboot. They can't keep doing the Asari, the Turians.
Somehow, Shepard has returned.
I don't want that. I literally just make another science fiction story. Call it Mass Effect,
dude. Like the Garrus Chronicles. Just play as Garrus in like side stories for one game or something.
Shepard.
Like, you're thinking Rex. Like, dude, yeah. Like,
no. I was trying to be like Shepard. That he's like Shepard.
So I don't know if it's because I put all my money towards like the fucking $400 kit that Rock Band came with.
Yeah.
But I have not played a Mass Effect game.
You should pick up the Legacy collection.
I want to. I definitely want to.
Yeah, I would.
But you can't see Miranda's ass in every scene.
Hopefully they patched that in somehow. It was.
There's got to be a fix.
It was crucial. It was crucial to the storytelling.
It was.
I mean, that game was in the news because you can fuck aliens.
Yeah.
Literally, you had 2 romantic options in the first game. One was Liara, and the other one was Ashley, a human being.
Boo. And she was racist.
And she was very racist. So, of course, I chose Liara because she was cute and I liked her.
But then later on, they're like, you can also fuck Caden though if you want, if he's around.
Not later in that game.
No, in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, in 3. Yeah.
They're like, do you still have hots for Caden Delenko? I'm like, that guy sucked almost as much as Ashley.
Well, he died in the first one in terms of my canon, so it's fine.
I let the racist die myself.
Oh, you let Ashley die.
Although she was more interesting than Caden, who was a non-character in my opinion.
Yeah, pretty much.
Weak sauce.
You didn't need more bio users because
December wasn't a lot. There Will Be Blood came out. The economy is totally fine. Nothing bad will happen next year.
Your milkshake.
Drink your milkshake.
IPA
Daniel
sometimes.
Plainview.
Yes. When I tell you I'm an oil man, I'm also a rock band man. Do you have the drum set?
That's very good, Brad. That's actually really good. I'm actually really impressed right now.
High Tide.
I love the Cream songs. Do they have cream on this?
In a white room with... Sorry.
Not a lot of games in December, surprisingly. Psychonauts lands on Xbox Live Arcade.
Which means
I know where Dylan was December 6th when Lost Odyssey came out.
I was at home calling
in.
December 6th, Dylan called in sick.
I did.
You can beat that meat.
I told my mom, I'm like, Mother, I am so sick. And she's just
I can't.
She's just like, you're like exhausted from working and doing school, right? I said, yes, Mother. And I'm like, I won't go anywhere, but I'm going to stay at home.
I'll probably just watch Price is Right, even though Bob Barker's gone.
This Drew Carey guy, I don't trust him.
I just don't trust him.
I just don't trust him. But literally, I went to EB Games and I got Lost Odyssey, and the guy's like, aren't you supposed to be in school? And I looked at him and
Aren't you supposed to mind your own fucking business?
I said, aren't you supposed to sell me video games?
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I did not. But
salty sophomore Dylan.
But like, no, at this point, I was a junior in high school. But I was literally just like, I just want to play this fucking video game. And Lost Odyssey became I get up at 5 a.m. and then I play this for an hour.
I liked Lost Odyssey. Every single day. I didn't beat the entire game, but I was really impressed with a lot of the storytelling elements that they used. The way that they used
the light novel,
like the text with like the way the fonts moved around and the audio. I was really impressed with Lost Odyssey. Definitely a spiritual successor to Final Fantasy.
Can you remind me when Blue Dragon came out?
Blue Dragon, that came out.
It came out the year before.
No, Blue Dragon came out August 28th in 2007.
Okay, so I played both of these, and these were in development at the same time.
Mistwalker Studios.
Back when everyone was so ready for them to fucking like rock it off. And I thought Blue Dragon was fantastic.
Did you hear that they're making Blue Dragon, The Spirits Within? They're making a feature film right now.
Great, good for them. There's Blue Dragon Plus on the Nintendo DS. There is a sequel to Blue Dragon. It's on the DS. But I got to tell you.
Where it belongs.
But I thought that Blue Dragon was going to be everyone, even in Japan, thought for a moment that this was going to be the Dragon Quest successor.
I don't think nobody thought that because nobody bought a fucking Xbox.
I know.
That's too bad.
And that's the reason. Because that game is basically Dragon Quest with a better job system.
Okay, yeah.
For all intents and purposes, and if you played it, you would understand, like, oh shit, like this is just a better Dragon Quest game.
All right, so let's the best-selling games in 2007. We'll just go through the list here. Number 7, we have Mario Galaxy with 5.2 million. Brain Age 2, 6.10 million.
Yes.
Call of Duty 4 hit 7 million. We Play, 7.3 million.
It's fun.
Number 3, we have Halo 3 with 8.1 million units sold. So it sold for more, but it made less than.
Is this the last year that Call of Duty is not the best-selling game of the year?
Fuck, it might be.
Probably, yeah. Well, because this was the first one that people were like, "Oh, these games are good."
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So, makes sense.
I mean, 2. Everyone loved 2.
I don't think I really got into them until 4 came out, though. But go ahead.
Number 2, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, 9.87 million units sold this year. And number 1, any guesses? It didn't have to come out this year, but the best-selling game
Mario.
No, it's not a Mario game. My guess is probably...
Is it Halo?
No, it's not Halo.
Halo was number 3.
Yeah,
Oh, it was? Okay. Sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
It's a little title called Wii Sports. 15.25 million units.
That barely counts to me, though.
Yeah,
like,
but does that
it's
count because
a
it's a pack-in? Yeah.
It does count technically, but
I think a lot of people bought the console for the game, so
I know I did.
Yeah?
I know I did.
I know Grandpa did.
you were horny.
Yep.
You were horny for
Oh, dude,
Wii
I wanted to
Sports?
fucking spin some bowling balls and get some strikes, baby.
Hell yeah, dude.
And let's also do the best-selling consoles in 2007. This is in the U.S., so...
The Wii was the best seller.
In the U.S., it was not.
Really?
Number 6 was the PS3 with 2.5 million. Number 5 was the PSP with 3.8 million. Number 4, actually, the PS2 sold more than the PS3 this year with 3.97 million.
Availability.
Also, it's a DVD player.
Yeah. Number 3, the Xbox 360 sold 4.62 million that year. Number 2 was the Wii, 6.29 million, and the number one best-selling console of 2007 was the Nintendo DS with 8.5 million.
Shit, of
No,
course.
that makes sense. I think I bought one that year too.
This is when they did the Lite.
Yeah, probably.
The Lite was the better version.
No, that was 2008.
To be fair, on the Lite, they released a bunch of video games that, frankly, need to be remade. But if you don't have the Lite DS with 2 screens, it kind of makes it hard to do. Like, I'm even talking about the Chrono Trigger remake for the DS.
The DS Lite came out June 11, 2006.
There we go.
So, yeah.
The Lite did?
Yeah. There's probably like 30.
Oh, the DSi. I'm thinking, sorry.
No, not the DSi.
There's many.
There's the Lite,
there's
the Lite, and then there's the DSi.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was the year 2007. A lot of good memes, a lot of good YouTube videos,
a lot of good
great
memes.
films.
Greatest memes.
Yeah. And holy shit, some video game franchises. Bioshock, Assassin's Creed, Mass Effect, Modern Warfare.
If we can call Bioshock a franchise at this
That's
point.
got to be
It's a franchise.
like the biggest just fucking atomic bomb year.
Yeah, there's still
it meant a lot
Big
to
Bang.
me.
There's still a ton of games that we didn't even mention that probably deserve some sort of honorable mention, I would say.
There was a few that I just skipped over because we just didn't have the time now.
No More Heroes came out this year.
It did.
Yeah.
Which
Stalker, which is getting its sequel, came out this year.
I mean,
Wild.
Resident Evil, The Umbrella Chronicles.
Yeah, The Umbrella Chronicles came out this year, which if you haven't listened to the Wesker episode, a lot of Wesker lore is in those games.
Very important Wesker lore. Very important.
Holy fuck.
I just bought this game a couple of weeks ago, and I still haven't played it, but Odin Sphere came out this year.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Which they just developed Aegis Rim 13 Sentinels.
Which is one of the best games of last year.
Right. Link's Crossbow Training.
I own
came
it.
out this year. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I even got the zapper.
Yeah, it's fucking dope.
I got the
plastic
zapper.
shell.
And then also Donkey Kong's Barrel Blast, where you had to buy the barrels to play
No,
the
that's
game.
not Barrel Blast.
Isn't it?
That's Jungle Beat.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, whatever Barrel Blast is, it came out this year too.
Barrel
But also-
Blast is a racing game with the Donkey Kong characters that is not.
Well, I'm glad I ended on that one then.
Well, there we go.
Right.
Well, I mean, I had to. Otherwise, the consumers would. Our listeners.
We've been the Raw Dogs, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. If they want to support us in any way, Dylan, how could they do that?
First and foremost, go to Patreon. Even if you give us a little bit every month, it really goes to help us out. It helps us with hosting. It helps us. It gives us Let's put it this way. A little bit of a boost. And so what I'm saying is like literally if the moment you help us out is the moment that we're fucking ecstatic. And also if you join, we're a great community of excellent people. If you want to join the Discord, honestly, you're not going to find a better group of friends you can talk on the internet with.
For as low as $3, you get access to extra episodes. There's a lot of part 2s that will be locked behind the Patreon wall, at least temporarily. And yes, you'll get access to Discord where you definitely want to join us because we are on there all day having a lot of silly, fun conversations, including Dylan's dating tips, which is a Discord exclusive.
So much fun.
Which
learned so
I've
much.
barely done.
Dami, if people want to reach out to us, how could they reach out to us?
You can find us on Twitter and Facebook at Hair of the Dogcast.
And our Twitter handle is @HotDogcast.
@HotDogcast.
And we're also on Instagram.
That's at Hair of the Dogcast.
Correct.
I am very new to figuring out where we can find each other. I just text you guys. But
That's why it's fun for me to ask you because I want to what does he know over here?
But yeah,
You've passed the test.
Hot Dogcast at Twitter and Facebook, at Hair of the Dogcast on Instagram.
This is fun.
Patreon.com.
You're doing way better. You're doing way better than me.
Patreon.com.
I think we're on Tumblr. I think we actually have a Tumblr.
Do we have a Tumblr?
I think so.
Oh my god!
I don't know. I don't think we use it.
Tumblr was a thing.
No, we don't.
Anymore.
Tom, if somebody wanted to email us any feedback or questions,
hairofthedogcast@gmail.com. We love the questions. We just like people writing in. We'll read your shit.
Yeah, we will. And if you have
answer questions,
if you have a good question, we'll read it out on the podcast.
That's absolutely
We'll read
true.
bad questions on the podcast.
Oh, actually, yeah.
We don't give a
just
shit.
have opinions.
I'll
or
read
whatever.
any question. In fact, the weirder the better. And if you can fucking make me do it, I'll revel in it. I'll be like, now we have a question, boys, and that's how I'll approach you. And then you'll be grossed out, and I'll be like, haha.
I'm grossed out already.
Dylan, do you know what the next Raw Dogs topic is?
No.
It's it's permanently on your body.
Oh, we're doing Final Fantasy VIII.
Tom is already rolling his eyes at us.
Oh,
you don't like Squall?
No. Could you get?
He just doesn't want to talk about.
Can you guys please do another Final Fantasy episode? Jesus Christ! It's been 2 episodes since you talked about it.
It's been 2 episodes. Get used to it.
We won't do another one after this until next year.
I thought you were going to say until 9.
I was going to say.
Listen, I still got to tell you, like, I still have opinions on 7 remake.
So yes, 2 weeks from now we'll be doing Final Fantasy VIII. We'll be reaching episode 50 later this year. A lot of fun things coming. So if you like us, please write a review and reach out any way you can. We'd love to hear from you, and we will ask your questions or your thoughts on the show. We'll bring them up if you want. So thanks for tuning into Raw Dogs. And if you have your own 2007 stories, we'd love to hear them, and we'll definitely bring them up.
Tell us what you were doing. Were you doing mushrooms with Brad? Were you quitting your job with Dylan?
I didn't quit my job. I stayed.
Or were you hanging out with idiots who think the video games are actually movies with dogs?
Right. True. Yeah.